Hello and welcome back to the Insulindia campaign. So, in the comment section of the last video, I was discussing which faction I should join. So, for the Commune, the Entente, and the Reichspakt, all of those are out. We're not doing them because we have to either get rid of Sukarno to become paternal autocrats, or get rid of them and become radical socialists, which leaves the co-prosperity sphere, or the Malefincel. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know if that's right. But I decided it's either one of these two. Japan, I was against partially because people in the comment section were preferring this one. Plus, Japan, if you remember, refused to sell us aircraft, and it would be a good little part of role-playing to not join them because they don't really like us. But then I looked, we could do Malay Unity, no problem. Confound the Malefincel, no problem. But here, confederate the Malay archipelago. This requires the Sultanate of Malaysia to exist and be fully independent. Well, the problem with going that way is Malaysia is currently controlled by German East Asia, and they have 68 to 104 ships with 11 to 34 ground forces. So this would basically be us and the Philippines with our, with our 0 ships and 11 troops, and their 0 ships and 8 to 28. So even with that, we need to be able to rush this and do that quickly to being able to invite the Siamese before Japan gets them into their faction. So we'd have to declare a war and somehow get over here, and then even once we do that, we would have to free them. I don't think that's a very effective use of our resources, if not completely impossible, because we're outnumbered in both land and in naval, and we just simply don't have the build slots to do much more than build a few more dockyards, and mostly we have to put the rest into military dockyards. So that leaves us with the only choice of, even though we would like to roleplay to not do it, plus they themselves are kind of imperialist, we'll have to join the co-prosperity sphere. So we're going to be probably rushing that. For here, we're going to, of course, go for victory for the PNI. And here, I'm undecided. There's combat corruption. I'm not exactly sure the debuff, so we're going to consider doing that one if the debuff is bad enough. Otherwise, we'll go on the left one. Because, I mean, we get more infrastructure, we get some naval dockyards and a research slot. We get a research slot here, but air bases, political power, and construction speed. I mean, the infrastructure is just better, in my opinion. We would, of course, invite investors from Asia, but the real big negative of here is that this changes our trade deal to limited exports instead of free trade. And we want to be trading as much of our resources as possible because that's how we're going to be building stuff with those civilian factories. So we're going to go ahead and press play. We're probably going to get to what's down here. Opinion factor. That's useful. Justify war goal time, who cares? Max volunteer force, not really a big deal. But trade deal opinion factor, that will let us get more civilian factories for our trade, which is important. But there's also, let's see, stability plus war support, nice, plus political power gain. Guided democracy will get our political party popularity up, which is nice. But here's a nice one. Defense on plus attack on core territory, which is nice because we're probably going to be attacked when we're trying to reclaim our land. And political power is okay, but 20 base stability is nice. We can gain like 30 base stability just off of our focus tree there. If we need to, let's see, what do we need to be able to do this? Is it just political power we're short on? We'll see, but we need to get rid of German East Asia, we need to get rid of Portugal, we need to claim Netherlands, we'll of course claim here, as well as try to buy that. Is that all we need to do? Yeah, so that's there. Australasian New Guinea there. Leftover Dutch rules there. Southeast. Huh. I think it's buy it and then sell it. We're not going to be confronting the German menace for a while. I think that's going to be the last thing we do. But for now, we're going to be saving up political power because we're going to want to be able to change our trade laws to free trade as soon as possible. But we're not doing that until actually, we're going to start off trying to get this to partial mobilization. Then after that, we're going to be focusing on changing our trade laws. Yeah, establishing a foreign office. I don't really know. Well, let's read this. We found Brother Ho's wife. During our investigation, we found a woman in Guangzhou, Tangtu Min, claiming she was a brother of... Oh, Ho Chi Minh's wife. Okay. The legal witness of their marriage in China, Kai Chong and Din Yingchao, confirmed the fact, and we also found notes and letters written by Ho Chi Minh in our collection. However, Brother Ho Selby has been a symbol of his dedication to the revolution. It might be embarrassing to admit this marriage. Remain a secret? I feel like this is more of an event for the Indo-Chinese Union. Yeah, let's actually, I'm gonna read this so I don't accidentally get rid of it. Inauguration of President Sukarno. Having secured the independence of the country, the time has come to officially inaugurate President Sukarno as the president of our nation. The ceremony takes place in Yogyakarta and Cranton Palace. Sukarno soon arrived in his white ceremonial suit and proceeded to swear the oath of office after an Islamic priest offered a prayer for our country's future. Our nation has become a little more real today. Long live the president. Cool. Let's see. What are you doing, Indochina? Special relationship. I mean, that's one way to put it. I mean, I get it that you're radical socialists and you're working with syndicalists, but at the same time, kind of weird. See, as I was trying to say earlier, we want to join the co-prosperity sphere because, sorry, as quickly as possible, because Japan can, let's see, right here, they can attack us. And if they rush that, I think they can actually beat us. Oh, whoa. Middle Africa has collapsed. I don't see that too often. But that's good, that's good. The colonizers are falling apart. German East Asia has lost Indochina. Middle Africa's collapsed. But anyways, let's read this. The 117 August 1938 affair. On 117 August 1938, several armed soldiers moved to the palace to demand the dissolution of the People's Representative Council. This shows the low amount of legitimacy of the body by the people, and more groups are imploring the government to hold nationwide elections so that the body will gain an actual mandate instead of their appointment. We will consider it. Of Middle Africa. I don't think we're going to be worrying too much about what's happening here. I mean, it hurts the German Empire's ability to go over here if German East Asia is able to call Germany into the war. Let's see, our production. Whoa, why are we trading with German East Asia? Several armed soldiers moved to the palace to demand the dissolution. Okay, we're rapidly losing stability. I think we're going to have to stop this and go for Insulindian elections. I think that's how I stopped that event. Let's see, what are all of our divisions right now? Yeah, we're under-equipped. I want to switch you guys out to have artillery. Just a little bit. Not... Actually... We already have... Yeah, we'll just switch you over to that. That's a good template. Let's see, we're short. We're not trading a civilian factory for that. We have planes. Oh, they're carrier fighters. So, let's see. The Netherlands. Got a decent navy. Oh, we literally don't. Okay, excavation done. We'll get logistics companies working on it. Establishing the foreign office. Sure, we'll go with political crossroads, just in case. We'll go ahead and move to partial mobilization. Let's get field storage done. These guys have got a lot of manpower, a lot of production ability. I mean, I could just go for it. No, I don't have enough. Maybe if I can get up to like a full 24 troops. I'll have enough strength to challenge the Dutch. I'm making 37 a day. That'll take 91 days just to get the reserves up. Corruption rises. Okay, so we get minus 10% resource gain efficiency and 20% consumer goods. Yeah, that sucks. Make sure there's no way to get rid of that. Yeah, no, we're going standing on our own feet. Going here, the elections. We'll go through there, then we're going to get into Japan. And bringing Philippines into the fold there. I don't think the Philippines can... Ah, you got it. You do have a decent number of troops. Are you still a puppet of Japan? So Japan's not getting pulled into this war. Okay, that's unfortunate. We want Japan to be distracted enough that they won't go to war with us while we're trying to sort out our political problems. Alright, now what are you doing? Fund adjustment. Wait, that's a completely separate thing, isn't it? Where is this? Yeah, cool. Political crossroads done. Insulindian elections. There's not a military construction speed one. That sucks. I guess I can just take that one. We're not getting any military factories done for a long time. That Japanese Navy, all that could be so useful in getting rid of the German menace. Alright. I mean, we could do a coalition government. Stability, not as much. Political power. Production efficiency cap. Could do that, but you know what? No, I want to keep the PNI in power. We're going to go for a declension, I guess. What do you have? Not a lot, just manpower. I mean, wait, is Portugal part of the Entente? They are, aren't they? Well... This is probably one of the... Well, if my game would stop lagging, this is probably one of the easiest acquisitions we'll have. Send in the troops. The filthy Portuguese Imperialists still occupy the island of Timor, part of Insulindia by right. But the Portuguese are much weaker than us, and overwhelming the Portuguese forces on the island should be doable, if risky as it could escalate a full-blown war with the Entente. Well, luckily for us, they are not currently part of the Entente. I don't know how they joined the Entente. The Portuguese have issued an ultimatum. We have 6 hours to leave their sovereign territory, or they'll consider a declaration of war, seeing as the Entente supports Portugal. It might be a war we cannot win. We are definitely declaring war on them. Oh, they're not even defending it. Perfect. So, does this get peace events? Well, we'll see. We'll go ahead and take our troops. We will continue it being a port defense mostly. And there we go. Huh, maybe there is actually no way to do it. I mean, we can join the co-prosperity sphere even without joining, even with being at war. Yeah, we have more ports than troops. Monarchy restored in Greece. I mean, kinda sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do? The election. The president has decided legislative elections are go-ahead, hoping to see a large majority for SPNI party and a mandate from the Insulindian people. The other parties, like Tan Molek's Party Murba and Nahdlatul Ulama, and to a lesser degree the PSI, they're suffering from loss of voters to Murba, are campaigning zealously, arguing they are the best choice for a bright Insulindian future. So we're going to keep Sukarno in power. Very cool. Cool. Contacts within Asia. Because factory output, yeah, you know what, once we hit 100, we're going to go for the more stability. Oh, there is an event. Following our successful takeover of the island, the Portuguese have caved in and started the colony to us. This is a great victory for Insulindia, as well as for the poor oppressed people of East Timor. Victory is ours. No peace until Insulindians march in Lisbon. Victory is ours. We're gonna need to get the side of the Japanese Navy, and then we could probably demand the Netherlands by then. Not the Netherlands, but, you know, this from the Netherlands. We need to have a navy in order to jump over there. Realistically, though, their army, it can't be that much stronger than us. Why do we like them? Same ideology. I mean, a nationalistic military junta is very similar to an anti-Imperialist party, I guess. Kinda weird. Once we join the co-prosperity sphere, I hope that's enough to get Japan to want to trade more with us. I mean, you know, it sucks, but what are you gonna do about it? But anyways, we actually ran out of time for this episode, so please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video, and please let me know what you think about demanding Dutch rule. Should I just go ahead and go for it, or should I continue the plan of working with Japan, making ourselves stronger, and then declaring from the Netherlands? Because if we look, they still have to stabilize their government by finishing a political Focus, and they haven't done that. I think they got to get here. And I feel like they've got a while. Think we're good?